Back, Space Cadets. This is Space Exploration News, and I'm your host, Carlos Munoz-Camp. And today we're going to talk about the Falcon 9 launch that happened not even an hour from my house. That happened this morning. We are going to talk about the impact of AI and quantum computing with space exploration and the different geopolitics forces there, just briefly. We are going to talk about the new findings from the Hubble telescope for these colliding Taffy galaxies. And finally, we're going to talk about a very exciting Artemis 2 announcement. So yeah, let's get to it. As per usual, I've published the script for today's episode. So SpaceX has launched the Space Development Agency's first satellite on April 2nd. That was today, sending a mix of 10 missile tracking and communication spacecraft into low Earth orbit in the agency's highly anticipated debut mission. The satellites are part of a larger constellation that will eventually provide global coverage. So first of all, let's talk about this space site. It's the Vandenberg Space Force Base. It's, as I said, less than an hour from my house. And here's their Facebook page. They're talking about these Tranche 0 mission to low Earth orbit from Space Launch Complex that happened pretty early this morning. I'll show you some of the video, but because it was so early, it was pretty foggy. So some of it is hard to see. Let me see here. Oh, yeah, let me tell you some interesting facts here. So, where is it? Oh, yeah. So, one thing that's exciting about this is that normally it would take them 10 years to conceive and then launch a satellite. And they've been able to, with the Tranche 0 project, they've been able to bring that down to 2.5 years. So that's like almost a 5x improvement. No, maybe not. Like maybe a 2x improvement, but that's still pretty. No, 5x, because it was from 10 years to 2.5. So pretty significant improvement there, maybe 4x improvement because the half year. But in any case, they've had to delay it a couple times. It was going to go out in December and then March, and then it finally went out this morning. Let me show you one thing that's kind of funny. They had to stop this train, obviously, because they don't want, a rocket falling on a train. It's usually frowned upon. So yeah, let me see if I can show you some footage here. There you go. So we have some liftoff there. And of course, in classic SpaceX Falcon 9 fashion, the rockets landed back down at the Vandenberg base. Yeah. So, yeah, kind of exciting update there. I was reading this week this article about space supremacy, like the role of AI in quantum computing and the next Cold War, they're calling it here. But just, something to think about, which is, like how does, the space technology and AI and quantum computing kind of work together? And in a lot of ways, I think it's a huge trifecta, and we're gonna see. It's part of why I started this channel, honestly, because I think that the technology is gonna literally take off at a tremendous speed. One of the one of my early conversations with ChatGPT about space, one of the things that ChatGPT told me that AI was going to be really helpful in space exploration is the ability to sift through ginormous amounts of data, right? So let's say you scan the data for, let's say you were able to go and scan all of Mars for, you name it, spectrographic analysis, temperature analysis, whatever you want, right? Uh, of Mars. Even if we had all that information today, for a team of humans or multiple teams of humans to go through that, it's very cumbersome, right? Um, but instead, with the AI, you can unleash AI that are trained to do that work, and they can sift through all that information. You know, so same is true also for communication, helping satellites coordinate with each other. Keeping track of all of that. AI is going to help tremendously. And then when it comes to the quantum computing helps, accelerate the speed at which calculations can be made. I was also reading today about Wolfram Alpha and the Wolfram, it's a hard name to pronounce, uh, mathematics computing language, and how they've created a plugin for ChatGPT. So now imagine that using ChatGPT, you can basically have access to advanced, um, mathematical language, which that wasn't possible until like, a couple of days ago. Like Wolfram just released us, right? Um, and this mathematical language is going to aid tremendously in our ability to plan launches and a number of things like that, right? Plan all kinds of missions and um, calculations based on data that then the AI is sifting through, and then we're quantum computing calculating it at amazing speeds. So this is all going to have a huge impact, I think, in it's going to matter a lot, like which countries, which people, how democratized this is. Um, it's just going to have a huge outsized impact. So, whatever you think of politics, you can't deny that all that is going to have a huge impact, and it does matter who has access to it, how democratized it is. Um, so, yeah, interesting considerations there. So let's move on. The Hubble Space Telescope spotted 3 galaxies that are about to collide. So, so these galaxies, they're calling them taffy galaxies that create a kind of a cool sort of cosmic butterfly effect. So show you this. So these are just galaxies about. Can you even fathom that? like we're in the Milky Way galaxy. What if it collided with another galaxy? I just have no idea what that means, right? Like maybe that just takes millions of years and it wouldn't, or if we were colliding with another galaxy, maybe it wouldn't impact us, in our lifetimes. But it's just the unfathomable, magical thing. Like how beautiful is that? Wow. Okay, so I'm going to try to wrap it up. So the last piece of news here is actually news about a news, which is that tomorrow the astronauts are going to be announced. NASA and Canadian Space Agency astronauts will be announced at 11 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow for the Artemis missions. So the Artemis 2 mission is going to be have actual astronauts in it, and they're going to the moon again, and they're going to tell us who the astronauts are. So I can't wait for next week's space update, and I'll be able to tell you who the astronauts are and all about them. So, anyways, thank you so much. Let me know what you think. I know that I kind of broke down and talked a little bit about, geopolitics and technologies. Let me know what you think about that. Do you want to hear more about that, or is that like, too rambly for you? I'm just trying to serve the conversation, create community around space exploration, and keep the ball rolling here. I just love learning about all this and love sharing it with you. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think. Okay. All right. Thanks so much.